Joining us now with his take on the tragedy, Pennsylvania State Senator Doug Mastriano. Thank you so much for being back with us. It's great to have you.
Thank you, Allison. And you know, that statement that you played, brilliant. Thank you for bringing it up. It betrays really what we thought was inferred by the CEO of Norfolk Southern, Alan Shaw. He said it was a safety risk. They're afraid of a catastrophic explosion that would have been, devastating to East Palestine. But the testimony we heard from others and the evidence that we've gathered shows something different completely. And it's my deduction. Now, this is my assessment after 3 hearings that we held, more than anyone else around the nation on this matter, that I think it was a business decision. I believe that it was going to be easier to get the trains running again if they just ignited that, contaminating and poisoning an entire region of Ohio and Pennsylvania. The trains were running, we were told by some of the residents, within 45 minutes or so after the tracks are reopened again. And this was just days after, of course, when they did the explosion. And the effects on the animals, on the crops, and on the people, it's devastating. We had testimony from many families and many individuals from both Pennsylvania and Ohio before my committee under oath. And it's just tragic. And the people feel trapped. What do you do when your investment, your money, everything you own is on a property? The Kent family, they testified they have 9 horses, a 4 dogs, 3 cats. And the horses are going to be used for therapy for veterans like me and first responders. Where do you go when your life is there? One person sold their property for pennies on the dollar, lost, I think, 150% of the value, because who wants to buy that property?
Wow, it is just truly devastating what's happened to them. And I just feel so much for all of the people that have been affected by this, the animals, as you mentioned, and the fact that nothing more is really being done for these people, and the fact that the media just lets this story go. I mean, these are real people's lives. Many people have been severely affected, and the story just disappears. So that's why I'm so grateful for you, who's still raising awareness around this issue and focusing on this and being there for the people. How are the residents? I mean, I want to know more about them. Are there still people, trying to make it through there? Have many left at this point? And what's the status with all of that?
Yeah, some have left, those that can. I understand Katie Schwarzwelder, she has this world-class Doberman kennel, and she raises them and trains the dogs, world-renowned. She was within the 1-mile zone on the Pennsylvania side. I believe she's since moved, to Ohio. Most people can't leave. Katie, last I heard from her about a month or 2 ago, she had litters of dogs being born, sickly or dead. I mean, this is their livelihood. This is their life. Real people, real animals are suffering. Folks that I know in East Palestine still are suffering ill health effects, respiratory infections, and rashes and what have you. We had a professor from, I think, Purdue University testify under oath before my committee, and he was questioning what our own Department of Environmental Protection in Pennsylvania and the EPA was testing. He asserted that they're testing for the wrong things, and if they test for certain chemicals, that it's actually at dangerous levels. It's interesting. In context, we had the disaster outside of Philly on I-95. And it's amazing. It was an emergency declaration, as quick as the governor could do it here in Pennsylvania. And, the regulations were stripped away, and the bridge is being put up and going to be reopened rapidly. Why didn't that ever happen in eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania? Is politics playing here, since that's a very red area? Why wasn't an emergency declaration ever made by my own governor in Pennsylvania or by Pete Buttigieg, at the federal level? Why wasn't federal funds, released to help these people here? Why wasn't state money used? I'm just really getting sick and tired of this double standard. Real people are suffering. They feel forgotten in western Pennsylvania, eastern Ohio, because they have been.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just disgusting, the lack of leadership taking place, and it really makes you wonder, where are the government officials? Where are the people that should be there to help? Nothing's happening, nothing's being done, and it's just despicable. We definitely need more servant leaders like yourself who are out on the front lines with these people.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.